Okay, fine. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
So apparently I have entered my villain phase of the arc, judging by the comment section on the Sunday video. I knew I was going to get some hate for taking down the video. That's perfectly fine. You all can have your opinion. But in some people's eyes, the act of removing the video was worse than the actual original act that incited all this nonsense to begin with. Show bidding's still bad, folks. As Carlos likes to say, thou should not bid on thy own shit, or something to that effect. As I've said many times over the years, I am a man in a basement talking into a microphone. YouTube is not my day job. YouTube is something that I do for fun. I enjoy doing this most of the time. The last couple of days, maybe not so much, but typically I enjoy hitting record, or I would not have done it for 5+ years and posted thousands of videos. This is an escape from the normal day-to-day and a little bit of a side hustle. Absolutely, I make money off the channel. I'm not shy about that. I've talked about that plenty of times before. But the second this starts being stressful, causes drama that creeps into my day-to-day, I'll shut this thing down. Now, I'm not planning on doing that. I'm not going anywhere.
The show goes on!
But if you think I'm going to go into potential legal warfare over a YouTube video, it's not worth it, folks. And I get a lot of you might not like that answer. A lot of you might not like to hear that. But you're not sitting in this chair. You're not sitting behind this microphone. I had a choice to make. I made it. Is what it is. You might hate me for that choice. A vocal minority, I believe, does. And that's their opinion. That's fine by them. But apparently, 5.5+ years of content, you're all a fickle beast. The YouTube masses gets thrown out the window because I remove one video. And I knew, listen, I've talked about it before. You make an air quote mistake, one thing, and that's it. You're the evilest person in the world. So apparently I have entered the villain phase of my arc. Maybe it's time to go full heel.
John Cena.
I don't know what sold out faster, according to the comments, me or Topps Chrome Update, but I'll leave that up to you all, I guess. But the video removal was as simple as that. No sponsor was involved. No payoff was involved. A legal representative reached out to me. And after that conversation, I made the choice to delete the video or pull it down, whatever you want to call it. It's as simple as that, folks. Like I said at the top, this is supposed to be entertainment for me, fun. The thing that I do for fun should not cause me more stress than my day job does. And I'm not going to let that happen. So if you're pissed at me because I deleted a video, then so be it. That's your right. That's your opinion. But I had to make a call. I made the call that I made. And that's it. Simple as that. With that being said, let's actually sit back and talk about some cards today. Like I said, what sold out faster? Neo Cards and Comics or Topps Chrome Update? According to the internet, it's toss-up. Topps Chrome Update went up for sale today. Hobby boxes, $199. Jumbo boxes, $399. The way that I understand it is, and I did not try for this. I was busy at work today. I did not have time to even mess with this. And to be quite honest, I probably would not have gone after this. I think the checklist generally is pretty weak. You're basically chasing debut patches, which are near impossible to hit. So I wasn't going to buy this product anyway, but nevertheless, Jumbos sold out basically instantly. I once again heard complaints of people having it carded and it sold out while checking out. If you had any firsthand experience trying to grab product today, I'd be curious for some feedback. So go ahead and throw that in the comment section down below. But jumbos went up for $3.99, regular hobby went up for $1.99, and retail is still sitting. I am recording this on Monday, early evening. Megas are still up at $70 a pop. Value boxes are still up at $40 a pop, but Topps continues to do this thing where they trickle a little bit of product out on the pre-sale. Once again, if you want this stuff, if it's a relatively hot product, generally speaking, the Topps pre-sale prices are the best that you are going to get. They usually don't get much better than this, unless the product tanks after release and you can pick it up on the secondary market, but we haven't really seen that out of a ton of Topps products. Speaking of the secondary market, up first, jumbos are currently going for about $500, $475 to $500, so about $100 markup over the retail price. So quite frankly, you're not exactly crushing it after you factor in eBay fees and shipping and all the other nonsense associated with it. And same with hobby boxes. Those are currently sitting at $2.99. So once again, about $100 profit. Or actually, they're hobby boxes look like they're a little more all over the place. $2.50, $2.40, $2.99. Not many of those have sold. Let's see what's actually sitting out there available. Please hold. $2.70, $2.99, $2.80, $2.69 sitting, $2.65 sitting. So hobby boxes, I'm going to say maybe $2.50-ish. So you're really making nothing flipping those. $2.50, then factor in eBay fees and shipping. And plus, assuming that you bought it from Topps' website, you paid sales tax on that purchase as well. You're basically netting out zero on regular hobby boxes. The trick, though, is that this now sets the early price for this stuff. So, talked about this before. They trickle this product out on the initial pre-release at a pretty strong price. And from everything I've always been told from shops that I know, that initial price that you saw today, the $3.99 and $1.99, is very, very close, if not the exact same amount as what shops pay for it out of the gate in the past. Maybe this one's a little bit different, but generally speaking, that tends to be the case. Now, what they do, which is brilliant from Topps' perspective, they trickle this stuff out. It immediately gets gobbled up like it did today in minutes for the good stuff, jumbos namely, and then hobby sold out quickly after. And then the secondary market does its thing. It automatically inflates the price, and then that allows everyone else to inflate the price, and then we are off and running from there. Now, there has to be a market for it. People have to be willing to buy it. It's not like it's just going up on its own, so clearly people are willing to spend $500 a box for a jumbo box on eBay, or the price wouldn't move to there. Now, personally, I just don't think that that's worth it, especially given this checklist. There's only a few really, really big chases on the debut patches, and your odds of pulling one of those are slim to none to begin with. And then even just hitting a decent like Nick Kurtz card or James Wood or Dylan Cruz. And other than Kurtz, I mean, Kurtz had a really good year last year. James Wood had a strong start and then cooled off. Dylan Cruz was hurt for most of the season. And there's a handful of others in the product, but even hitting a nice, air quote, one of their cards, like a nice Nick Kurtz rookie auto, spoilers, is probably going to sell for, I don't know, raw, probably close to the price of a jumbo box. Like a base Kurtz auto, I have to imagine settles in below the price of a jumbo, not like assuming a numbered parallel or anything like that. We'll see how it plays out. So it's like, what are we really doing here? You're spending basically $500 to spin the wheel and hope that you hit a debut patch. Because I think it's going to be, once again, given the checklist, I feel like it's going to be pretty tough to get your money's worth out of one of these boxes unless you hit a monster, and we all know the odds of that. So the thing I'd like to see in the comments down below is let me know how your firsthand experience was purchasing this product. Did you go after it? If you did, were you successful? Was it a disaster? I saw some stuff on Twitter that made it seem like it was a little bit in between. That's all I got for you boys and girls. Catch you on the next one. Peace.